Hey everybody, today we're going to quickly talk about this news out of Delaware. U.S. Senator Tom Carper is not going to run for re-election next year. He's calling it quits after 4 terms, so that's going to open up a seat in this solid blue state. So you can read about this article here on Politico. It says Tom Carper is low-key. I suppose he is. I don't really hear about Carper too often. I know progressives do not like him, but this guy is a legend in Delaware. He's been around forever. He's held a ton of offices. And now he's getting a little bit older, and he's had enough. So let's focus on that 2024 election, even though there's not much to say about it. But this article talks about Lisa Blunt Rochester. She seems like the obvious choice. I think she probably would be. She's already in the U.S. House. But let's switch over to Wikipedia and take a look. And there's not much on here. And it's certainly possible by the time you watch this video, Lisa Blunt Rochester will have already declared her candidacy. Tom Carper has endorsed her. The only other potential candidate on here is Governor John Carney. If Carney gets into this, then I think that would actually be a very competitive primary, and I think Carney actually could come out on top. So we'll see what happens with that over the coming weeks. But what about with the Republicans? Do they have any chance of picking up this seat? Well, the short answer is no, they don't. Last time Carper won with 60% of the vote. There's no potential Republicans even listed on this page. Republicans have pretty much no bench in the state. And if we switch over to this page to see the political party's strength in Delaware, you could see it's all solid blue. Last time Republicans had someone elected statewide was back in 2014. They had the treasurer's office. They also had the auditor's office for a long time there, Tom Wagner. But those are lower profile offices. Not much controversy there. This is a very blue state. Now you might remember back in 2010, Republicans were actually favored to pick this seat up. After Joe Biden became vice president, there was a special election, and former governor and current U.S. Representative Mike Castle, he was popular. He ran for that seat. He held that at-large seat for about 2 decades. He was the governor, lieutenant governor, served in the state senate, the state house. This guy is pretty much the Mike DeWine of Delaware. So in 2010, Castle ran in that special election. He faced a primary challenger from Christine O'Donnell, and he lost. He came up short. And we think it's politically polarizing today, and the GOP nominates bad candidates. That's true, but that's nothing new. Back in 2010, the same thing happened. There was excitement in the primary for O'Donnell, but she could not win the general election. And when the time came, she got wiped out by Chris Coons, lost by over 16%. And that was when a lot of the more liberal Republicans were being swept out of office out of some of these states in the Northeast that we would think of as deep blue states today. So it looks like it's going to be Lisa Blunt Rochester. Here's her page here. She's been in the U.S. House since 2017. Here is her win in 2022. This is actually the narrowest of all of her wins, but it's still by over 12%. So even if the Republicans want to set their sights a little bit lower and focus on this lone U.S. House seat, I think if they got it down to single digits, that would be a victory for them. As of now, unless something dramatic changes, Republicans are not going to be competitive in the U.S. Senate or in the House. So one more fun fact about Tom Carper. Let's switch over to his page here. And this guy is another Delaware legend. You can see all the offices he's held here, going back many decades. And that's impressive on its own. But the thing that stands out to me is he's in a unique club of having been a U.S. representative, U.S. senator, and a governor of a state. And on my own blog, I do keep track of this kind of thing. And I have a post for it right here. There's 119 people that I've been able to document that are in that exclusive club. So I can scroll through this. You can see all of the people here. They're in order by state. Then they're in order by the office that they held. There's 2 currently in office. It's Tom Carper, and it is who else but Mike DeWine of Ohio. So once Carper is out of it, it'll just be DeWine. Of course, unless somebody else joins this club, I'll be sure to take note of it. So that's a little bit of news out of Delaware. It's not extremely exciting. It's a blue state, but you never know. Maybe the Democrats will let their guard down. They'll get complacent, and maybe there'll be some self-funding Republican, and they'll be able to finance their own campaign and appeal to voters in the middle, and maybe they'll make it interesting. That's a possibility. As of now, I'm going to say this is going to be a safe seat, and I want to see if it's just going to be Lisa Blunt Rochester, or if maybe John Carney gets into this. Either way, that is some news out of Delaware. So let me know in the comments, what do you think about Tom Carper and the news that he's going to retire? Will there be any drama for the Democrats? And do the Republicans have any shot at doing anything in Delaware? And what would it take for them to actually come back from the dead there in Delaware? Let me know down below on your way out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.